The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.
Groupie love, give me some of that groupie love. Hey, something special, man. George Kambosos says that Teofimo is acting like a groupie, man. And he said he's gonna get at him, he's gonna destroy him. We're gonna talk about that in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. I don't know how you found the video, but somehow, some way you made it to my content. Please help others find the content. Encourage that algorithm. Smash the like button. It's free, it's painless, it's simple, and it takes a few strokes of the finger. Pause. Now, George Kambosos, he did an interview, and he's seen the behavior of Teofimo, which we'll get into. And I want to read some direct quotes. Ahead of his upcoming fight, now picked up by Rematch Room, Eddie Hearn, DAZN, November 27th at the Hulu Theater. Kambosos, he's 19-0 with 10 knockouts. Lopez is 16-0 with 12 knockouts. So pretty close records. This is what Kambosos had to say. He said, at my gym, we put up a photo of us at the face-off. I looked into the eyes of a soulless kid who is on a leash. I saw that he can't do anything by himself. That's why I crossed his eyes out. I don't need to look into his eyes. I saw what I saw at the face-off, and that's why he's never been the same ever since. He goes on to say, I'm living in his head rent-free, and that's why he's doing so many stupid things. Teofimo, he's smoking, drinking, and eating rubbish. He's going to all these events like he's a groupie following his favorite band. That's not the behavior of a champion. He says his body is his temple, but he's a fraud, and I'm ready to expose him. So he said he's going to expose the fraud in Teofimo Lopez. It is definitely heating up, folks. Get ready. It's coming. Now, for me, I'm glad this fight is actually happening. There was a lot of drama that unfolded with this particular fight, and I was worried at a point that the fight wouldn't happen, because Top Rank, they're already losing their fighter that they've built on ESPN, and he's fighting off platform. It was supposed to be with Triller. So much went on with that. I'm not going to elaborate and go in on every step. You got to check my content, subscribe for the latest and greatest so you get it in real time. But nonetheless, there's a huge fiasco trying to get the fight on Triller, all for it to not work out on Triller, and they defaulted. As a result, the runner-up bidder, another platform, Eddie Hearn and DAZN, picked up the fight because they had the second winning bid, and they wanted to put it on their network, even though Teofimo is not a home fighter for them. So I was worried at one point that there was a chance that he could just vacate the belt and not fight Kambosos. So I'm glad that the fight is actually happening. Shout out to Eddie Hearn and DAZN for making the fight on their platform, because I want to see this fight. George Kambosos has been quite the challenger. He's been very patient with the whole process. I follow him on social media. I really like his attitude, and he's just stayed the course. Of course, it's going to be a nice payday for him as well, but it's a hell of an opportunity. But still, it could be trying in these situations where Teofimo, you think you're going to fight him, and the purse bid was in February. My birthday's in March. I'm about to have another birthday in a few months almost, you know what I mean? So it's been a lot of time that has elapsed, and the fight, they didn't get to show on the road until just now. So I'm glad the fight's happening. George Kambosos sounds extremely confident, says he's going to expose the fraud in Teo, and I want to know what you guys think of his comments. One thing I will say is Teofimo's behavior has been quite weird. He's very passive aggressive. 1 minute his dad and him are kind of yelling and entertaining. We got J-Lo and things like that. And when Devin Haney pulled up on him, he started loud talking and, you know, contorting his face and things like that. And then there's some kumbaya type pictures on social media where he sounds like he's a man at peace and, you know, a Buddhist monk, and he's doing all these kind of like Anthony Joshua, these fortune cookie type Hallmark quotes and captions and haikus and The Secret, things like that, laws of attraction, and he has all these quotes. So he seems like he's, again, real passive aggressive, real hot and cold. And, you know, 1 minute he's a trash talker, next he's not. One thing that was extremely weird to me was that Canelo Alvarez set history, became the first super middleweight, undisputed, the first, of course, Mexican fighter to hold that honor as well. And this was a big moment, beating Caleb Plant to secure all the titles in a little bit less than a year, about 11 months. And out of nowhere, there's pictures that surfaced on the internet, and it was Teofimo Lopez holding his belts next to Canelo. And the thing that's weird is they're just not a tandem. They're not a group. They don't train in the same gym. They don't have the same people. They don't fight particularly on the same network. The fight that Canelo had just got finished with was on Premier Boxing Champions. And to my knowledge, Teofimo's never fought on PBC. So for him to invade and, you know, kind of be a scene stealer and take these undisputed pictures was really weird, that he brought his belts to another man's fight. You know, I don't recall having seen that unless they were like guys about to fight or something. You know, they're not even in the same weight class. I can understand maybe if it was a guy like, I don't know, Terrence Crawford, and he pulled up to Errol Spence's fight and he brought his belt for some reason, you know what I mean? And that was a fight he was trying to lock down. But Teofimo's not even remotely close to the weight division of Canelo. They're not. If anything, I could even understand if it was Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia trains in the gym. If Teofimo was Ryan, you know, and in that position where he's training in the same gym with Eddie Reynoso, maybe that makes sense. But I didn't get that. There's also been pictures of Teofimo, and he was smoking hookah and, you know, things like that. Me, I'm not going to overanalyze people's life. I hope he's ready. I hope he's training. But at the end of the day, it just makes you think maybe there's some truth to what George Kambosos is saying, because you do see him. He was at Canelo's fights in Texas. He's at Canelo's fight for Undisputed, and he's about to fight later on this month after a pretty lengthy layoff, almost, you know, a little bit over a year since the Lomachenko fight. And again, those pictures emerged where he's smoking hookah and things like that. He's at the Mikey Garcia event. That's how Devin Haney pulled up on him. So he wants to be everywhere, like Visa, everywhere you want to be, you know. And we'll see if that does him any favors, because he looks in shape, but I don't know what his weight cut is looking like, you know, because he actually looks big next to Canelo. He didn't look much smaller, you know. So I don't know, just because he looks in shape, that could be deceiving in boxing, because at the end of the day, he's young. He should probably look in shape. He's a pro athlete, right? A lot of weird, just miscellaneous behavior. That belt thing was really weird, especially since there's no real connection to Canelo. So it just looked like an awkward moment. And beyond that, you have to fight Devin Haney to really, in the mind of the public, become undisputed. If anybody did that, it should have been Josh Taylor, who was actually in Vegas for that particular fight. Josh Taylor is a real certified undisputed, just like Canelo. Nobody in Josh Taylor's 140-pound division, not Broner, not Ramirez, not Regis Prograis, etc., can say, hey, I got a belt. I got the real belt that you need. But the same can't be said for Teofimo with the Devin Haney situation. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel for the latest, greatest. I am the best when it comes to this boxing in the digital space. You dig? And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.